Hello guys, so I am back with another video. So I was live but got some problems, so I'm going to make this design again so that it stays as a recording video and you can watch it later. So this is not my design, I got it from a website based t-shirt, sorry, by t-shirt designs, and I was just showing how to make this kind of designs, and for this I downloaded some vector packs. These are all from FreePic, so I'm going to just show you the same process again. And this is some flower options that I picked. Maybe I will this time go with this one. This is bigger and looking cool, so that's fine. Now first step is I want to put this crown on this skull, and so for that I have to remove this part, these designs, whatever is underneath the crown. So I'm erasing that. I can simply use pen tool here. So if I click here, I will be able to make a line, something like this, just staying inside the black area. That is what I am doing here. So maybe I will break it from here, then I will be joining it here and then drag, and then I am going to modify this anchor point just like this. So you can see I just made a shape here, and after making that, if I select them all, I can simply press Shift M. So Shift M is for shape builder tool, and then with shape builder tool I can simply erase this part by pressing Alt. So you can see it is clearly erasing that part, whatever area is inside that shape, and then this area I don't need, so I can simply select them and then erase. So that is fine. Let's select our crown and then make it black. Make sure that everything is completely black. That is what will help us here. So if I make this one complete black, it is going to look like this because there are some whites in the design. So for removing that, simply I can click on this white and delete, and sometime it removes some details of the graphics. So for fixing that, you have to first select the graphics and then trim from your pathfinder tool, and then if you select the white with magic wand tool, you can delete that, and you can see everything is still remaining. So I can select this one and then make this complete black. So this is the first step of making this design. Now I will be joining this crown on the skull, something like this, in this position. So maybe I will be making it a bit smaller, kind of this, but I think this is the position the crown should be placed, or that is a bit down, something like this maybe. Okay, I think that position is good, but I have to fix it in this way so that it looks like the head is going inside the crown. And here I can simply draw a shape. So if I select the skull, I will be opening transparency for it, and then if I select my pencil tool, you can select pencil tool, you can select pen tool. Let's work with pen tool here. So if I draw a shape like this just inside the area of the crown, the black outline of the crown, just like this, and that will, okay, let's turn off the align to pixel, just like this, something here, and then this is making a fill in this side, but if I bring that to the opposite side, it will make the fill in opposite direction, just like this. So you can see here is the shape. I draw a shape inside the transparency, and that is hiding that part. If I make it something like a lighter color, you will be able to see whatever was here. So complete black makes it complete transparent, so make sure that it is complete black. If you are using Illustrator something 2021 version or CS6 version, you may find that your black is not complete black, so you have to make sure from here that it is complete black, and then it will be complete transparent. So that's it. Now this is the position of the crown and skull. Let's group them, and here I will be using this flower, but for this one I am going to just follow this style whatever they are doing here. So let's create a rectangle, something like in this area. I'm just making sure that it is staying inside the that some part of my crown or skull is visible from this lower area. So this is a rectangle. If I it has some fill, black fill and no stroke. If I press shift X, that will make it no fill, only stroke. That will switch between the color. So if I had a fill color like this or something like that, it would be switching between them. Like now my fill is green and then a stroke is black. If I press shift X, it will make fill color, fill black and then a stroke green. So make sure that you don't have any fill color, then you can simply press shift X to switch between the stroke and fill. So that is fine. I think this much is good for me. That position looks good. So let's make it a little bigger, maybe in this area. That is fine, because I will be placing my flower something in this area. That is fine. So here I will be making it look like this crown is like this part is on top of the crown, this part is in the background. So how to do that? First of all, I am going to, it is 10-point stroke, I have to remember that. Let's break the stroke here, so it becomes a fill now. And now if I press Alt Control F, that is the shortcut for my offset path. I set that manually. You have to go to object, then path, then offset path. Click OK, then Control X to cut. Now I am selecting this group, opening transparency for it and press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will paste it in front and it will look like something like this, but I want to just keep this part on top of the crown, and here I will be making it the crown on top, and also in this part the skull will be on top. So wherever I want to keep something on top, I have to erase that part, this part and then this part. So I am erasing that. Now I am just keeping this part. So if there is any part that I don't need, I can erase that. So you can see inside my transparency only this part is here. I am just keeping that. Click here and then this time select the skull and crown group, make offset path for it, same size offset path, cut it. Now I am going to select my this stroke, or that is right now a fill, that rectangle, open transparency for it and press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will make it look like this. Make sure to merge and unite, that will make it a complete one single shape. You can see here that is the black shape, and here I want to keep this part on top and this part on top, but here we pasted something inside that shape, so that is making some problem. So I have to select this shape and then shift E for eraser tool and then press Alt to erase it like this. So Alt makes it makes a rectangle to erase. You can erase like this with pressing Alt. So that is fine. So here you can see this part of the rectangle is on top of the crown, but here the crown is on top and the skull is on top, something like that. That's what I wanted to create here, or the style of this design is like that something. So here they are creating another effect. We can also create that. Let's take a stroke of 10 pixel, then I am going to create a rectangle here, just the same way they are making it. So that is fine. If I don't need it to be a stroke, so I am going to expand it. Then if I select this one, this rectangle, and then click on that again, that will become my key object, and I want to align my this rectangle in the corner position like this. So it is not moving anything, it is just moving this part. So that is fine. Now I want to select my this rectangle, and then I am going to press shift E for eraser tool, and then I am going to erase some part like this, and you can see this is erasing my rectangle. So kind of this is the effect here. They are also erasing this part from here, this part from here. Let's not do that, let's do it in a little different way. So that is fine. Now for this part, for making that, I'm going to make a rectangle here, sorry, a line here with maybe 5 pixel stroke or something smaller, 3 pixel, and then I want to make it rotate a bit, something like that is fine. Maybe I can make it a bit longer, and then I am going to press Alt and then click and drag, so that will make a copy, and then press Ctrl D. Ctrl D will make duplicate. So these are now duplicate copies of each other. I can simply select them or align them center wise like this. That is fine. Let's keep it here, and here I want to take a rectangle again. So this time I'm pressing shift to draw this rectangle that makes it in a perfect square shape, just like this. Then select all of it, right click, make clipping mask, so it will look like this. And then I am going to bring this here, and then I'm going to select this shape and then again click on this, so that becomes the key object. Now if I align these two, it is going to align with this position of the rectangle, and that is going to work for us. Let's make it a bit smaller. So that is the effect they are creating here, but for this area I want to hide this part of the rectangle. So let's select that, open transparency, and then hide anything that is going inside the crown. So I'm taking my pencil tool again with black fill, and this is going to hide my area, you can see. So that much is fine for me. And then here is okay, that is good. And this part I will keep on top, but let's not worry about that. So this is how it is looking right now. Or I can simply select, okay, let's say select this rectangle, and inside that I will find the shape of the crown. If I copy that and click here, then if I select this rectangle and then go inside the transparency, press Ctrl F. So Ctrl F will make it a offset path here, just like this. That is good. Now click here. So that is fine. Now they are creating 3 stripe lines. So let's try to create that, maybe from this area, and I want a 10 point stroke. Then let's bring a copy by pressing Alt, then press Ctrl D. So Ctrl D will make a duplicate copy of that, just like this. But here I want to keep the skull on top of my this 3 line, or simply I can move it like this in this position maybe, so it will look like this is going through the skull. So how to do that? If I select this 3 and make a group, that is fine. And then if I open the transparency for it, I have to hide this part of the lines. So I am taking my pencil tool, make sure that you have fill, no stroke. So with my fill, if I draw inside this black area, I can hide those parts. And then again I have to draw inside this area, the area of the skull, and then you can see it is looking like this. So it will look like these 3 lines are going through the skull from something like this area and then going out from this area. That is fine. Okay, so I need to make them a group. Okay, they are already a group, and if I select, press shift and select this 2, and then again click on that one, that will become the key object. And then I want to align it to the center position, and when aligning I have to change whatever I pasted inside the transparency. So I have to change that position to something like that. That is fine. So it is now in the complete center position right now. So that is good. Now let's bring our flower. So in this one I am going to make a trick here, and that is I want to make it a fill color flower. You can see this is right now a stroke color flower, like this is only a stroke, no fill. But if I bring this flower here and then take a rectangle, maybe a bit white, then if I select this 2 and then press divide, so divide will make it divide. Let's ungroup it, then delete this part. I have only this fill color white and the black part from the rose. And with magic wand tool, okay, before using the magic wand tool here, you can see if I select the magic wand and click something on this black, it is going to select everything that is in black. So that's not what I want. So I have to first of all make it a group, then double click to isolate the group, and now I will be able to select the black, and it will only select the black that is inside this rows. It is not selecting this part. So that is fine. Let's delete. So you can see we have some fill color only, there is no black in the design, and that is what I wanted really, and it will look better than the example we are taking here. So I want to place it something like in this area. That is fine, but Ctrl X, Ctrl F, so on top of everything. Now if I select this shape, this rose, maybe a bit up or sideways, that is fine. I'm going to create a offset path for same size offset path for the rose. Ctrl X to cut it. Now I'm going to select this shape, inside the transparency, press Ctrl F, make sure it is black, and that is going to hide those part. Ctrl C to copy again, select this shape, this 3 line inside the transparency, press Ctrl F. So this is it is going to hide those parts from here, and then I have to make sure that it is not being visible from this area. So that is fine. Let's put some color and we will be able to see whatever is going on here. So here they are using 2 color, we have to trace those colors. So I am taking a rectangle here, then selecting this rectangle, making it red, then this one, this kind of pink, this is called hot pink, or we can simply select this one, make it this color, and this one this color. That is fine. So I am going to select everything from here, and then I am going to expand it because there are some strokes, there are some fills. I don't want that. So first step is I am going to select my skull and crown group, and then apply a gradient on it, just like this. This is the basic white and black gradient, white to black. So if I double click here, I will be able to open this transparency, sorry, this color swatch, and I can pick any color I want. So I am picking the red for this area, and then for this end I am picking this hot pink. So this is the color combination they are using, and it is applying like this, red to pink. So you can see red to pink, but by pressing G we can modify this. Like if I want to make red here, I have to make it like this. I have to drag this line from this part to this part, or I can simply make it something like this. Whatever you are choosing, that will make it look like this. So that is fine, let's not worry about that. And then I am going to select my these shapes, I want to make them white. Then the rest of the shapes I want to make them all white. This is also white, but here is a little problem. If I select this group and try to make it white, it is not going to work because we applied clipping mask here. So clipping mask makes it, clipping mask is a shape, this is the rectangle. If we try to fill in, it will fill that color. So I don't want that. I want to select these shapes. So these are now this black color. I have to go to select, same, and then fill color. Or you can simply take your magic wand and click on this black, it is going to pick that color, make that white. So that is fine. Now this is done, let's see how it is looking. So I have to take a rectangle here, make sure that it is black. This design is for black, so I am pressing Ctrl Shift and the start of the third bracket. That sends everything in the background. So you can see this is how my design is looking right now, and the flower is looking good, this part is also looking good, no problem. Just a little problem here where the flower is matching with the skull. So if I select this group inside the transparency, I will find whatever I pasted. So not these shapes, only these of the flower. So if I copy that, I can simply select my this skull group, and inside the transparency press Ctrl F. So it will place that exact same shapes of the flower inside here, and that is making it look good. So that is fine. You can see here is a little problem, that is this part should look a bit different because it should be going through the skull here. So if I select this group again and inside the transparency, here I will make it look a bit different, and that is I am going to take my pencil tool again with black fill. I will be making some random shapes like this. So it will give it a feel like or look like it is going through this area, something like this, and then it's fine. Just for fixing this area, I have to select this group, Ctrl X to cut, then select this shape and then press Ctrl B. So that means paste in back, and this is how it is looking right now. Okay, let's not do that, let's come back. And for fixing this area, I have to do one thing, that is I want to select this skull one, then copy, and then selecting this shape, I want to go to inside the transparency, then press Ctrl F here, make sure the fill color is black, and then merge unite. So merge unit will make it a one single shape, but I want to keep only this part. So whatever else is here, press shift E for eraser tool and then delete. Erase like this. So you can see that is keeping these parts as it is right now, and then again it is looking like that is going from the behind background of the skull. That is fine. And then here I want to do one more thing, that is I want to go inside this group. Then I want to take my pencil tool again with black fill, just to, this is not looking very good, so let's try to add some blacks to the area. Don't worry about how it is looking right now, it will look good. Okay, so it is looking like that. If I come back from the group, you can see now it is looking like that area is, there is some black, it is going through the skull or something like that. Okay, so that is the part of the graphics here. Let's add some text to the design. So they are making it using a regal text. We are going to use something else. Maybe we will use, so I'm going to use here streetwear text. This is just a dummy text. I wanted to put something here, and for this one I will be taking a bolder looking font, maybe Old Sport Athletic NCV, and this font is really good. Let's keep it here and let's break it. I want to align everything with the same white here, and I'm going to make it white just like this white. So in here in this area, that is fine. Now I want to add one more text, that is going to be streetwear design. So in this design text I want to use a signature type font or a handwritten font. Let's use photograph signature. This is a good font. This is just to place on top of here, and then I want to make it something like a different color. Let's make it yellow, or maybe this cyan color, just to give it a feel of, so that it can be visible. That's what I want here. So I'm selecting these two, I am going to align them with the center position, that is fine. And then I am going to take this streetwear text again, maybe in this area. Okay, that much is fine. Let's put it here, and then I'm going to take another copy here, or maybe I will just make it, okay, let's keep it as it is. If I select this one and make that the key object, I can align that one with the text here, no problem. And then here I want to just erase some part that is going on top of my crown, something like this. Okay, let's not do it in that way. So I'm going to first of all select this text, Ctrl X, then select this crown, Ctrl B. So the text is now in the background of the crown, and that is perfectly fine for me. And again here I am going to do the same thing. So I'm going to cut it, then select this skull and press Ctrl B, but it is visible through the skull. So let's erase this part that is visible from here, and that is fine. So that part is done. Let's add some effect to it. I'm going to keep that a copy there, bring a copy something like this position, then press Ctrl D again. So Ctrl D will make them same distance. So I am selecting this middle text and then press Shift E to erase, maybe this much, and then I will be bringing that a bit down, that is fine. Then selecting the third copy, erasing that, this much is good for me. Let's bring that a bit down so that it looks something like this. So this is just a text effect, nothing else. I want to make it make a copy here, maybe a bit upper, then press Ctrl D and then select all of them, click on that one, align them, and now I want to select this middle text. Taking my eraser tool to erase something like in this area, that is fine. And then again the third copy I am going to erase like this. So this is just a style of text, that is no problem. Let's select them all and then group them together, bring them something like that, no problem. I am going to type in another text that is called fashion, but I want this to be in that bold font, old athletics NCV. Maybe I will rotate like this. I am going to make that break, and then here I want to make it same size, bigger to the text. Now this one I want to make it in this cyan color, and then I want to bring that a bit closer to the graphics. Then I am going to press shift. Okay, let's make it a little smaller than the original area, and then I am going to press shift X. So shift X will make it a stroke. Now I can make it bigger, not that much, something like this much, 5 pixel bigger is fine for me, that is good. Now I want to add on more text, that is going to be streetwear fashion lifestyle. So lifestyle is my another text. Let's use that photographic signature font here in this way, breaking them, and then I want to put it something like this, or I can simply select, press shift and select the text, make that the key object, then I can simply align it with the center position of that text. And this one I want to pick this gradient, so that is fine. Let's bring that like this, maybe a bit more bigger I want it, something like that is fine. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it is looking right now. We can simply move them a bit. Okay, let's keep it in this position, that is fine. Now I want to create an offset path for it. 3 pixel is good, click OK, Ctrl X to cut. I am selecting this fashion text. Inside the transparency, press Ctrl F, it will look like this. Make sure the color is black. So this is how it is looking right now, and then I will select this part of the design, this one, and the total group. Then I will be opening transparency, then press Ctrl F here again and make sure it is complete black, and that will make a cutout area like this. So that is fine. Now for this streetwear text that is blending with my this round here, let's select this part, make a same size offset path for it, cut it. I'm going to select this text, open transparency, press Ctrl F, make sure that it is complete black, so that will make it visible. Okay, let's not do that, let's keep it as it is for now. And then for this streetwear text, I want to create an offset path for that text, because that is blending with this two border, or simply I can select this two and then erase this part. That will look like kind of that. Let's move it, and again I can simply fix this. If there is any area that is like this part I erased a bit more, so I can select this two with direct selection tool, then I can bring the space, bring them up or down like that. So that's it for this design. I hope you will learn how to make a design like this. And then here is a little problem. You can see if I turn off this black layer, there is only black in the design, and that is this part. So how to hide that, or what to do here? So first step is I have to double click here, keep clicking, then whatever we draw in black, this is the black shapes, I have to select all of the black from here, then Ctrl X to cut it. Now I am going to select this group from here, and then inside the transparency press Ctrl F. So it will look kind of that, don't worry, just select the skull group and inside transparency press Ctrl F again. So that is the, you can see that is the black part of our design, and it will look kind of this. Okay, let's erase that part. I don't think I need that. Okay, so it is looking like this. Don't worry about the black part from there. Okay guys, so this is how my design is looking right now. I want to add some more colors to the design, like on color obviously, but I want to do that for some more areas, like this flower. I want to make it that cyan color, because that is a color we are using here, so we can use that as many places as possible. So let's make it white. Okay guys, so this is our final design. I hope you enjoyed this one and learned something new from this design. Let me know in the comment section. I'm really not very good at streetwear designs, but this was just to show you. So this is just this is just a copy of an existing design. This is not my original work. So that's it for today's video. I hope you will learn new things from my videos, and thank you for watching my videos and subscribing my channel. Thank you everyone. See you in the next video guys. Have a great time.